Excluded UK is a not-for-profit organisation. It was only set up in mid-May as a direct response to the fact that we could see so many people within the UK society falling through the cracks of the government support schemes during the global pandemic. Right from the beginning, as soon as the schemes were released, the cracks began to show.
You will not face this alone.
We will make sure no one is left behind during this time of national crisis.
It was on that basis, on that promise, that these people did their duty and played their part and stayed home so that we could save lives and protect the NHS. It's been a real shock as the weeks and turned into months for these people to find out that actually they're not eligible for the support schemes, or in some cases, if they were between jobs or if they were employed and then they were denied furlough, they've just fallen through the cracks. The position from the government has been that you can access some sort of support, but in many cases, even universal credit is not an option for them. In fact, 65% of our community, when surveyed, have not been able to access the welfare system. And that is disparity, it is discriminatory, and it's an unequal application of taxpayers' money. Some of the issues could be fixed really, really easily. Some of them are more complex, but where there's a will, there's a way. And of course, the government has done some incredibly complicated things during this pandemic. Many things that can be commended that have happened at fast speed and have taken very complex thinking and also resources. So their narrative that this is all too complicated and complex is very unfair. It's the refusal to come to the table that is the most frustrating thing.
We haven't been able to help everyone in the exact way they would like, but because of the strengthening that we've put in place of our welfare system and our universal loan schemes, everyone has been able to access some form of support.
I'm completely broken. I spent 2 years building up my company from scratch and just taking the time to put money into it, and I've just completely been forgotten about, abandoned, excluded, and there's a smug old Rishi kind of going around saying how good a job he's done, but he's forgotten millions. There's millions of us that have forgotten.
I applied for benefits but was refused because I'm still technically employed by a company who refused to access the government scheme, and I have no right of recourse or appeal against this. Here I am, 110 days since lockdown, and still no resolution or help.
We've now become, and it's been said today, we're collateral damage. People may lose their jobs, people may lose their homes, people may lose their businesses. Just 1 second, these aren't arbitrary and imaginary aspects. These are people's lives and businesses. How can they be so flippant and blasé when it's real life for literally millions of people?
I'm really, really sad to tell you that many of our Excluded UK community have not been sympathetically or empathetically supported by their friends and family, and that's been really, really heartbreaking. And we've had comments back that have been along the lines of, well, the Chancellor couldn't help everybody, perhaps you should have paid your taxes in the first place, stop whinging and go and get a job. It's not always, I don't think, been said from a malicious point of view. It's narrative because of what the government has said about this group. The government has been using rhetoric and narrative that suggests that these people have done something wrong. And the absolute fact of the matter is, and this has been confirmed, evidenced in the Treasury Select Report Committee, these people have fallen through the gaps of the support schemes through absolutely no fault of their own. The very most important thing we would ask the UK public to do is get behind our cause, to really understand that this is a factual, evidenced issue. Somebody in your friends, your family, your social network will be affected, because we're talking about 10% of the workforce has been excluded. Members of the public can obviously write to their own MPs and ask them to join the APPG. And they can also, at a basic level, follow us on social media and share the information that we're sharing, because the continued pressure on the government, the continued awareness to this injustice appears to be the only thing that is going to force the government to step up and fix the cracks in these schemes. Please do it now before it's too late, because I don't know many people who could live 4 months without income coming into their households.